Defects. Where are all my Ranger fans at? That's all I want to know. A lot of shit talking in the comments last week when we were down 3-1. Matt, just start the show.
What is up, Defects? And how about we get a let's go Rangers?
Let's go Rangers.
Enough of that. We don't have to gloat. We got more work to do before we can start partying. But it's Monday night. The Defects are live. We got a lot to talk about. There's some good stuff that we are gonna get to tonight. But before we get into anything, Guy Forge clearly from the net. On the bottom, what's up, brother?
I'm ducking pucks, man. But you know what? No pucks will come from behind because Shesterkin's stopping everything, baby. He better. Let me tell you, he better get better in the next series. That's all I'm saying. All right, I have a lot of faith in him, but he let some goals in that were a little questionable. Anyway, let's go Rangers. Very happy to be here Monday night, guys. Tired from last night, obviously, staying up late to watch that. But you know what? Full day of work, and we're ready to party with you guys. So welcome.
I like the red, white, and blue light theme, Jay. What you got going on, brother?
Same stuff, dude. Me and Matt watched the game last night. Hurting a little bit today, but back at it. A lot to talk about, guys. A lot to talk about. Can't wait to get into it. There's going to be spoilers tonight. I still haven't seen Doctor Strange, so it is what it is.
Oh, a big
bam,
chat right off
bam,
the bat.
bam. Welcome, Nimish. Right off the bat, the other half of the super chat from Friday's Nearing Nirvana. Congrats on the clean. Nimish, thank you. We appreciate you, my friend. That's a $50 super chat. Nimish, let me explain what happens when we get super chats on the Defects.
Oh, he knows.
We're gonna start the night off well. That's all I'm saying. Matty Forge.
Make it rain on me, Defects. Yeah. I can feel it. More.
If you guys missed it, I asked Laura to just say more. So go watch Nearing Nirvana. Watch the replay of Nearing Nirvana. And she clicked too, by the way.
She did. She said click. Yeah.
She said click. So you know what?
That was a fun time.
Go back and watch
you guys have fun?
Yeah, we had a good time.
That was good. Like Guy said, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. That was a lot of fun on Nearing Nirvana. And like Jay said, clean sweep.
Clean sweep. And we're going to have the rematch on our channel in a couple of weeks, hosted by none other than Very Gary.
Does he know about that?
Oh, he knows.
He knows already? Okay.
He knows now.
I like it. There's people filing in, about 70 people in here. I see a lot of names that I know. What up to everybody? We don't have a lot of time tonight to go through the names. The rundown is basically we're going to get through some news. We're going to hit New Comic Book Day, and then I'm going to drop all of the news that was confirmed and even some stuff that is unconfirmed. Things that were deleted from Wanda. Doctor Strange 2, and deleted from Moon Knight.
Might as well have been called Wanda.
Yeah, you got it. Might as well have been called.
Almost all of these basically would have made both of those better, but that's for you guys to decide for yourself. There's some cool stuff here. Maybe maybe you take it as speculation because you say, well, if they were gonna drop this character here, maybe they drop them in the near future. So stay tuned, strap in. This is gonna be a blast. You know what we didn't do in the last week, and we probably should do is our sponsors, Jay. Yeah,
our Spencers.
Our Spencer's sponsors.
Guys, you really already know. First up, Express Comic Book Pressing. My man Erod212. I always like to say it. He will blaze your books. Mention Defects 10 for 10% off. Not only that, he will pass along his discount from CGC and CBCS. Best presser in the game. Coolest dude in the game. We had a blast at the 3-man swap, guys, so tell him we sent you. And next up, everybody's favorite Beaver, Mutant Beaver Comics. shipping worldwide. All the hottest exclusive comic books on the market, people. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Tell Pat and the B-Man the Defects sent you.
Can the chat give Jay a little love for finally getting his mic to work correctly? Can we get a little golf clap for Jay? A little golf clap in the chat for Jay. The mic is sounding crisp, bro. You guys want to do anything?
Way,
yeah, go ahead.
Just to mention, did you guys see that Poison Ivy book that Mutant Beaver has up right now?
Yes, did not.
I did.
If you have not seen this cover, let me tell you, this is a defect cover, Jay. If you haven't seen it,
it's worth the rash. It's worth the rash.
It's worth the rash. Go over to Mutant Beaver, see the Virgin cover of this, and I just want to lay down and take a nap. That's all I'm saying. Just go check it out. Let me know what you think in the chat. But Matt's gonna bring it up because he's quick like that. Look at this, man. Hold on. Go to the Virgin cover. Look at that.
God bless.
Motto. Look at this. I mean, come on, guys. What's go get this book. What's wrong with you?
That is very lifelike. There is going to be a lot of sticky pages on this one.
Yes, there is, man. Jeez,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Poison.
All right, enough of that.
Let's
go.
Enough
of that. Guy, as always, let us know what the chat is saying, but you know it's time.
I'm on it, baby.
For a little bit of news. I love the comments. This is amazing.
Yeah, look at this.
All right, so let me share my screen. We got some slides going. There's some stuff that just hit in the last couple hours, so I had to adjust these slides on the fly, like right before we went live, pretty much. So some of these, the guy, I didn't even tell the guys what was in here. So here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Guy Forge, why don't you just take this one away for us?
My God, who didn't see this like mid-afternoon today that got excited when this trailer came out? My phone went off. I had to stop everything I was doing and like run outside so I could watch it like in peace. We got the trailer for season 3, guys. Who's not excited about this?
That shit looks crazy.
Yeah, it looks bonkers too. Let me tell you. Jay, who's your favorite, Jay?
Dude. You already know. Take a stab in the dark.
Come on. Tell me.
One guess. Come on.
Tell me.
It's got to be Homelander.
Of course it's Homelander, dude. That's my guy right there, bro.
Dude,
this is what I need in my life after all this Disney shit.
Talk about
Boys
fucked up. This dude's fucked up.
Just exploding heads and bodies throughout the entire trailer. It was fantastic. I
needed
a cleanse. I needed a cleanse.
Stargirl?
Starlight?
Starlight, is that her name?
I think so, yeah. She could get it.
She's fucking smoking, bro.
She's a smoke show.
Wow.
I don't know anybody that's not pumped for season 3. Like, this is not even one that we have to, like, grade. Like, they've just been knocking it out of the park since day one. So, Disney, take notes, please.
This is the comic show we need right now.
Let me tell you,
Still
the next
saying,
month,
we should have got that boys variant, but...
listen.
There's still time.
Listen.
There's still time.
The next month is kind of crazy. I was talking about Jay before. I don't have the full list, but there is a crazy amount of stuff coming out for movies, TVs in the next 30 to 45 days. And this is obviously on the list, dropping June 3rd on Amazon Prime. So if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it after you watch us. This is an interesting. I was just talking about Big E's. I was talking with Big E's at the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap about this a little bit. He knows so much more about Star Wars than I think any of the three of us combined. So this happened to come up as I was going through the news. So I said, let's throw it up. Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie. Writer hints at disconnected story. So in an interview with Variety, Doctor Strange 2 writer Michael Waldron, who's been literally talking to everyone and their mother the last week and a half, provided an update on the Star Wars movie he's working on with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, saying we're finally into it We're finally into it in earnest. I mean, not the words that I would use, but that's what he said. As well as revealing that it's not necessarily a sequel or anything, quote, end quote. Okay. So we talked about this a while ago. The news, they were saying that this movie was going to be set thousands of years in the past. So people were definitely speculating High Republic. Go check out the Home of the New York Warriors, because I'm sure Big's going to be talking about this on his next show. I mean, they're saying Star Wars is dead, but maybe this is what we need. You know, I mean, look at Rogue One, right? Easily one of the best Star Wars movies in the past couple of years, for sure, right? I mean, that's not even a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of connected, but not part of the, you know, not part of the main storyline, right? So
get those High Republic books ready to go. There's a few keys in that series.
So there you know, there was some rumblings about this, but now clearly they're talking that this has legs now. So this is a reality. This is High Republic. I'm thinking the same thing. So pretty cool. Can't wait to get a little bit more detail on this. Let's keep it moving. All right, Disney messes up again. She-Hulk Disney Plus premiere date surfaces. The company website, basically they listed as hitting Disney Plus August 17th, and then I think they took it down, so they messed up again, but maybe they did it on purpose. I don't know. All I know is She-Hulk August 17th. Not much to talk about. I can bet you that Jay's probably not excited for this.
No, absolutely not. I'm as excited about that guy in the picture right there.
There you go. Who is that, Bob Ross? I feel like this show is going to have some connections going forward, though, because there's some characters that are probably going to show up here that everybody's talking about Secret Wars, and there's some important characters that would need to show up in Secret Wars for them to do the story right, namely Titania. And she is rumored for She-Hulk heavily, so maybe you'll like it because there's some connection, Jay. I don't know.
Probably not, but go ahead.
Probably not. Who are we fucking kidding? Oh, God, here we go. What's the chat saying, guy?
Something about gamma tits. We can move on.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
This one just hit I think probably 2 hours ago. No one's caring about She-Hulk. I like it. New set image. Well, not really set image, just kind of a photo of the movie, Thor Love and Thunder. We get Valkyrie alongside of Jane Foster Thor. So we all kind of thought that would happen at the end of the movie. I guess it's possible that this is still the end of the movie, the very end. Let's see. I was reading the article, and I won't take credit for this, but they're saying that the most likely place where the two main heroes is in the Parliament of Pantheons, which is basically a fancy gathering of the gods. This event might also take place in Olympus with Zeus. It may even be what he's looking at in the shot where Russell Crowe character holds up the lightning bolt to the crowd. Most likely, you could see that there's a couple gods here, and then I'll talk about the god that we see in the front there, possibly. They're most likely talking about what's going on with Gore here, right? They're most likely saying that gods are getting killed. I mean, why else have all this gathering? That kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? So before I talk about the person in the front, anything to add here, boys? I know this was kind of added last minute, so you're kind of hearing it on the fly.
Jane Foster is jacked. That's all I'm saying.
Both are, dude. They're both
Dude, my God.
So in the front there is a character that people have already kind of started speculating. A character that actually I've been looking into as a possible landing spot is the god Bast. Okay, Bast is basically linked to the power that Black Panther's given and the heart-shaped herb. So they retcon it's a female, it's a male. There's a ton of different stories behind Bast, but basically the Panther god, and strongly connected to Black Panther. So is it possible? I mean, looks like some cat ears on top. I don't know. It's definitely possible. But that's what people have been speculating on already since seeing this picture. I had started looking into the first appearance of Bast, and there's a bunch. There's him or her as just a statue, as a panther, the talking panther, as a little bit more of a creature, two-legged creature, then as more of a humanoid. So there's a bunch of different ways that this first appearance can hit. I was gonna throw up a book, but I just wasn't comfortable enough saying like, yes, this is the first appearance, as Bast. So I may do a little bit more research, try to find that for you guys, but I saw like 3 different people throw up 3 different books. So I would be cautious in buying the first appearance here until you know for sure which book you believe in, if you think that's best. And it makes a lot of sense. We have Wakanda Forever coming up, and they're talking about the Wakanda Disney Plus show. And of course, it looks like MCU's heavily going into gods. So, I don't know. It makes good sense, but who the hell knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. We got a lot more to talk about this though in a little while.
Yeah, 100%.
Saving all my gas for this.
These are the teaser stories. This was a cool one actually, though. I liked this one when I saw it today. All right, a little DCEU news. Batman adjacent Gotham Knight show gets series order. So, a bunch of cancellations on the Arrowverse, but this is kind of they're hoping take the place of them. So, the show will take place in a world where Batman has been killed, leaving his adopted son, a new character played by Oscar Morgan, to work alongside the children of various Gotham villains to clear all their names as suspects. The show has no relation to the upcoming game of the same name, though the two do share the plot device of Bruce Wayne's death. You're going to have Turner Hayes, who seems to be filling the traditional Robin role of the series. The show will also feature Anna Lore, who will play Spoiler, and Olivia Rose Keegan, who will play the Joker's daughter. We also get Misha Collins playing Harvey Dent. And they don't know if it's going to be a Two-Face or actually just Harvey Dent yet. So, we got some new Arrowverse type stuff on the CW. So I know, Guy, you were a big fan of the CW stuff for years.
I liked Arrow a lot. I
Yeah,
thought it was great. I thought it was a great show. So stuff they bring out, I'm watching until it gets terrible. Let's put it that way.
I gotta be honest, man. I'm more excited for the Gotham Knights video game. I think that storyline's gonna blow anything the CW got out of the water.
Well, it might be the same storyline.
The storylines were crazy. I'm super pumped for it. I hope you got a new Xbox or a PlayStation 5 because I don't think they're doing any other platforms. So there's still time, guys. I am getting that game to play Gotham Knights the day it comes out.
Did you see that? They just showed a special look at Thor Love and Thunder in the NBA playoffs. No. Let us know if you just saw that and tell us if there was anything new. Tell if anything new came up during the special look. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. All right. I think this is the last news article that we'll talk about, but it's a pretty good one. And I think this one got Jay tight in the shorts a little bit today because he's giving him a little hope. It's giving him a little hope. Christian Bale reportedly looks terrifying in Thor Love and Thunder footage. So basically, you had some of the writers talking about that the quote is straight up freaky, saying that it is a thing right out of nightmares. Aaron Cummings also pointed out it's absolutely terrifying. Taika Waititi is saying that this is the best villain that Marvel's ever had. That is strong. That's a strong statement.
That's a strong statement if someone that didn't direct the movie said it.
True. But that's still bold to say no matter who you are, because you better be backing it up.
Dude, you can't show that teaser, trailer, promo, whatever you call it, and then come back with that. He's going to look the same as we've seen on the toys. You mean to tell me they're going to pull that whole toy line out and remake him over just to make him look different because comic fans weren't happy on how accurate it was? He's going to look the same. We've seen him already. They're not pulling all that. They're not pulling all those toys. He's going to look just like he did on
we
that.
We thought about it, though, Jay. Maybe it changes. We said that. Maybe he changes.
You think they changed a month and a half before the movie dropped?
Maybe he changes throughout the movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe he changes throughout the movie. We have seen nothing of him yet on the screen at all. We haven't seen any teaser pictures that show anything that like of context. We've seen like little of draping cloth and stuff like that. That's nothing. So we have no idea what he looks like. Don't go buy a toy, man.
Well, also,
why would you not go buy the toy?
Because maybe that's a part of it. That's why.
Have you ever seen a Marvel Legend figure that looked opposite of how they looked in the movie? Because I haven't.
No, but I said
maybe he look like
changes throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they're purposely not bringing out what he changes into because they don't want to ruin it.
And also the quotes.
Just a thought.
Only the one quote is by somebody associated with the movie. The other ones are from people that have seen leaked footage. Those are the ones that saying it was straight up freaky and he looks terrifying and blah blah blah. So I don't know. I mean, listen, maybe I'm grasping at straws here. I have all the faith in the world that he's going to play a great role. Is everyone going to be 100% happy with the way he looks? Probably not. I'm sure he's going to be humanoid. I'm sure he's going to have a nose. I have a feeling it's not going to be exactly from the comics, but I do have a feeling he's not going to look like Powder, like we saw in the toy.
To be honest, dude, I don't care how he looks. It's how he acts. That's
100%.
That's what it's going to be for me.
Here's a question too. Here's a question too, and he's obviously a good actor. We know that. Here's a huge question. Let's start off with the way Thanos looked in the beginning of these movies to what we got towards the end of these movies now.
But they're not building up to a gore.
But the first look at Thanos, did you like the first look you got from Thanos?
It was 10 years after the final look.
But was it good?
Yeah, when it came out, hell yeah, it was. You seen Thanos?
The first look?
Yeah, the first look. How could you compare it to 10 years later?
No, listen, I see what both you guys are saying. You guys both make a good point. Jay saying it was such a long time, and you're not going to have that with gore. But Guy, I understand what you're saying. It's like how it started and how it ended were completely two different. But there's listen, we're going to get more into gore later on in the show, and there's good reason to believe that Gore is not a one and done character. And I'll be the first to say, all three of us thought that was going to be the case, and now there's a little bit of hope that is not the case. I'm not saying it's definite, but if you connect some dots, you may start getting on that bandwagon to say, like, there's a possibility that he lasts more than one movie. So we'll get into that in a little bit more. Anything else you want to say here on this slide, boys?
No.
Get ready for a comedy. I love comedy.
Oh, God. All right, so we're going to stop the news here. We're going to get into the new Comic Book Day show. Later on, we're going to talk about, like I said, all of the information that's come out about Doctor Strange 2 and Moon Knight, including, connections to this movie right here. So let's talk about new Comic Book Day. Let me get this off. What's the chat saying, boys, while I'm doing this?
They're talking about one and done. Obviously, get them King Thor books ready. Moonlit says it looks like a strange Greek statue in the toy version. Grape, he said, "Fuck this movie."
Okay, that's a take. That's a take right there. All right. So, new Comic Book Day show, boys and girls.
Out of nowhere, DM just says Moon Knight was fucking terrible. We're not going to talk about Moon Knight, but fucking terrible. Why not?
The Beast is saying, give Thor a chance.
Milestone says, Beast. I love Lamp. So that's...
I understand the reference of that. You know what movie that is?
Jay doesn't. Moonlit. I'm glad that you had a lobster tail.
There you go. A lot of names in here. We're at the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap. Seeing you guys, it was a blast seeing you. We had a lot of fun there, man. Really good to hang with the community. Appreciate you, all you in the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay, coming up to us, saying hello, just letting us know how much you love the show. You don't know how much that means to us, all three of us. It's no matter how many times it's said, no matter how long, how far down this road we go, it's never going to get old and to hear it and just be humbled by it and just still be blown away by some of the stuff that people tell us. And I just want to thank you guys, for kind of always having nice things to say to us when you see us. It's I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just humbling, and we appreciate you guys more than you know.
Big shout out
Olaf from Mexico. So
big shout out to Scott and my man Big Daddy coming through, saying what's up, hanging out. Scott, thank you so much for the awesome gifts, brother. You gave me a book bag full of stuff. We appreciate that. And on a side note, I see your comment, Jessica. Me and you are right here, eye to eye on this movie, eye to eye.
Oh, God, there you go. All right, so new comic book day show. So, guys, this is where we're picking the top 10 books of the week, top 10-ish, right? It's never 10 on a dot. Top 10-ish books of the week. And this is where the defects are picking for the story, for the cover, or a little bit of speculation, okay? Also, guys, our buddies over at comicbookinvest.com, Chris Nelms has his new comic book day pull list article. The link to that article is in the description of this video. He's going to break down all the ratio variants. He's also going to break down his picks of the week, which are almost always different than ours. So you get a nice perspective from kind of two different points of view. And we kind of we kind of encompass new comic book day, right? Between the defects, CBSI, we got you covered. So watch our video, check his article out, and you're going to be fully covered on what to pick up for new comic book day. So without further ado, let's get into these books.
Matt, you want to answer Milestone?
We don't. Thank God.
We don't have a P.O. box.
We just have a mailing address. It's not a P.O. box, though.
You could Instagram DM us.
Yeah.
All right, am I up?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is your book, right?
Yep. First up, guys, another remake of Savage Avengers from Peter Papos and Charles Mango. The arc is called Streets of Rage. We get an all new, all different, all dangerous Savage Avengers. Conan elected new people. We got Elektra as Daredevil. We got Deathlock has been a hot character lately, man. I don't know if you guys been noticing, but he's been popping up in Avengers books. He's now on the Savage Avengers. We got Black Knight, another hot character that we're not done seeing in the MCU, who probably has a really bright future aside from the Eternals. We got Weapon H, we got Anti-Venom, and the first time I'm hearing these two names in a while is Cloak and Dagger. So I always like the Savage Avengers run. I love the one with the Punisher. Excited for this book. Definitely going to give it a read on Wednesday.
There you go. We got a comment in the chat here, Jay, directed at you.
What's
from
up?
our buddy TiVo. But why did Jay's drink cost more than mine at the show?
Because it started early, and Bloody Marys get popping early in the morning. So Otto's a businessman. He knows.
That's it. You should have flew out, TiVo. Come on.
Terrificon.
Yeah, man. Guy Forge.
Well, I hit you with the first one. I don't know, last week or the week before, whenever that came out. This is breakout number 2, guys, from Dark Horse. Again, teens are being routinely abducted by massive cube spaceships and held in floating prisons. This is Jay's favorite book, by the way. The adults have given up, but Liam Watts and his friends won't sit by any longer. Now, they're planning a prison break to free his brother. Yeah, they got his brother. You heard that right. But when cube abduction raids takes on one of their own and threatens their mission, will Liam's crew be ready in time to pull off this high-tech heist, or will it come crashing down? The first book was good, guys. I read it. It was nice. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the second. So it's a cool story.
There you go. Devil's coming next year. There you go. All right, people aren't liking the first 2 picks. They're saying pass. They don't like Savage Avengers. I mean, come on. All right, let's keep.
I get it. I'm not. Listen, I'm not a fan of Conan, dude. Like, he just doesn't fit. But I mean, the rest of the team is cool. You know what I mean? I mean, you just got all these guys in Conan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that book's got a lot going for it.
Conan needs to be in his own universe. You know what I mean? Like his own thing.
Yeah. I agree. All right, maybe they'll like this one a little better. From Image, I Hate This Place, #1, originally titled Fuck This Place, but obviously they had to change that for obvious reasons. But there is a variant that is called Fuck This Place. All right, so that caught my eye right off the bat. Clearly, we had to talk. One of us had to talk about this. From writer Kyle Starks. Okay, this is for fans of Gideon Falls and Homesick Pilots, 2 super hot series, right? So here's a little synopsis. Trudy and Gabby inherit a farmhouse that apparently attracts the supernatural. They can't leave, so they have to learn how to live with the monsters, the aliens, the ghosts, all that shit in order to survive. All right, they call it the house rules. So a little bit of a horror. I saw some pages, definitely brutal. And like I said, originally titled "Fuck This Place," so kind of cool. I think it's guy's not here for this one. Sounds like a cool concept. I want to check it out. I'm definitely gonna give issue 1 a read. And Image hasn't let me down lately, so it's all good. Yeah, there you go, Dave. Perfect. Kyle Starks is underrated, 100%.
Next up, me again. All right, guys, how do you go wrong with a Doom cover like this? Fantastic Four #43 from Dan Slott and Andrea DeVito. Last time we seen Coromant, he destroyed the Baxter Building, the Latvian Embassy, and he battled the Fantastic Four, overpowering them, going unscathed. And don't forget, guys, Coromant is he is a scout for the Helmsman. So we haven't even seen that yet. But this issue, Doom must face off head-to-head against him. So you get a Doom battle, 1D, one-on-one battle for Victor Von Doom in this issue. And I had to pick it, man. Just on cover, no spec, no nothing, just strictly story and battling. I'm going Fantastic Four #43.
How could you go wrong with a Doom cover?
You can't. There was a ton of other books on here that were spec books that we'll talk about later, but look at this cover, man. This cover is dope.
Erod saying, "Fuck this place." Isn't that what was said about some comic book show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
you know. All right, Guy Forge. Hit him with the second pick of yours.
Yeah, I went with solely a cover by 2 with the second one. Archie Comics is setting the stage for the return of everyone's favorite freak magnet, Paul Patton, in the Fox Family Values #1. Coming to comic shops and digital retailers May 18th, the new one-shot comic will follow the adventures of the Pattons, the Fox, She-Fox, and their son Ghost Fox as they try to be the best hero family of foxes they can be. This is solely a cover by. I can't wait to see what it's going to be when I open it up, but looks like a dope cover to me.
That is a pretty cool cover, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck. All right, here we go. DM is just annihilating Moon Knight with every comment.
God bless
we
you.
get it. We get it. You don't like it.
I want to hear it. Keep them coming.
Shower the hate onto Jay.
Bring the Thor hate too, please.
Oh God, no. Hit that thumbs up. That's right, Erod. Thank you so much. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. I think we gotta hit him with something, right?
Hit him with the thumbs up.
You gotta smash that like button.
Smash.
The only good thing to come out of New Hampshire. Oh God!
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
From DC, Shadow War Zone #1. It's basically a special issue that showcases the spread and impact of the Shadow War on the DCU. Also features the new villain Angel Breaker, who has ties to Ghostmaker. Sounded like the solicitation sounded pretty cool, but there's some awesome covers. That's why I picked it. The 1 in 25 is so dope, but that 1 in 50 Days of Future Past homage is fantastic. I loved it. So it could be a cool story, but I was looking at the covers on this one, so want to show DC a little love.
There you go.
There you go.
Couple honorable mentions here.
The mic is working. And I am listen. I'm gonna go into Thor with high hopes, but I got to get a dark trailer before that happens, man.
I hear you.
I gotta get something dark.
Guy Forge, hit him with the honorable mentions.
Yeah, you got Batman Superman, World's Finest, #3 from DC coming out this week, guys. You got first team appearance of the House of G, first appearance of Devil Niza, and this is obviously DC Comics, guys. If you guys are following DC and you like the World's Finest, Batman Superman, you pick it up. This is a fun cover, too. This is Duo #1 from DC, guys. Reintroduction of the milestone character Zombie, now named Duo. So, it's a pretty
Milestone
cool cover,
books are hot, too, man. We see almost every character is out now. Oh, that might be everybody, right? Or no?
It's getting close.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's definitely getting close.
Yeah, you missed the New Hampshire show. You missed, there was 2 special guests. It was 2 weeks ago, so go check it out.
Guys, Fables 151 from DC Comics. This continues where Fables left off in 2015. The solicitation hints at a new adversary in this book, so pretty cool. Looks like somebody we know. Dr. Aphra #20. There's a freaky cover on this one. I don't know what's going on here, but Marvel bringing this one. Possible origin of the Spork Eternal.
This is a hot book this week.
Yeah.
A lot of people got this pre-ordered. This book might have legs to it.
And now you got Elektra, Black, White, and Blood, #4. They've been on these Black, White, and Bloods, and this is Elektra's turn now. First appearance of an alternate reality Elektra. It says from Momogo's Demon Days universe. So that's pretty cool. And possible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover into Marvel? Really?
Yeah, that'll be wild. Do you guys understand why it's like Demon Days is its own universe? I haven't read it. I'm just curious. I know it's all Marvel, so I'm kind of baffled there. But
Dave Cerrone loves his Momoko. Let me tell you.
He read that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
He'll tell us.
I'm sure he read it in bed. Next up, guys, you got Marvel Voices Identity, #1. This is stories featuring Asian superheroes, so that's pretty dope.
Is there a reason you guys off-centered the name on the title with the Asian superheroes?
Where?
no,
I didn't do that.
I messed
Which
it
is
up.
fucking
I
weird.
messed it up. I mess up one thing at least once a week. So
And then rounding out the bunch, how about a little Excellent? #3 from Marvel. First appearance of a new Excellent member depicted on the cover. Who could it be? Who could it be now?
oh, Matt, could you highlight Justin's comment? He might have something.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Yeah. I can.
Guys, big time spec alert here. Edge of Spider-Verse is getting a new 5-issue series in August. Issue 3 is Felicia Hardy as Night Spider. She also looks cool. Could be huge. Yeah, absolutely. She's not far behind in the MCU. So you think, would it be Sony or MCU, man? Because we know how that goes. I'm dying to see Felicia Hardy, man. I'm done with Gwen and I'm done with Mary Jane. So on to the next, man. Peter, you got to go for the hat trick here, man.
I don't know if it's going to be. So I mean, Sony, I've just lost all faith in. So let's hope the rights get back to Disney, and that's not saying much because I'm not even a big fan of Disney right now. All right, so that wraps up the New Comic Book Day show. It wasn't a great week. It was an okay week. You know, some cool cover buys.
2 weeks are kind of weak, man.
That's okay though. Can't all be first round picks. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But guys, like I said, check out that article from CBSI. Link in the description. It's that New Comic Book Day show.
Can't all be Game 7 winners, Jay.
I know.
They can't.
I know.
They can't. Before we get into the meat of the show, you guys want anything? Want to jump into anything first or what?
I want to go dig right into it right now, bro. I've been saving my energy. I've been a little calm and quiet, so let's get into it.
It's just gonna, I mean, this is what people came to see, right? This is the stuff that, as I started seeing these articles over the last 7 days, it just annoyed me, you know. And it's gonna be hard. Like, I want to try to get through as many as we can, and then kind of have like a reaction to them. But it's gonna be hard to not react to each one and just be like, "Fuck you, Disney." But let's try to get through it. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna read them.
Here
I'll
on
let
the
you
Pressable Defects, we're open-minded to everything.
Oh yeah, of course. We change on the fly. That's all. All right. So I'm going to read them and I'll let the boys react. So you guys decide who's going first or whatever. So Moon Knight almost crossed over with the Eternals. Okay. So I'm going to read this real quick. At one point, there was a flashback on the page that sort of showed one of Khonshu's avatar back in ancient Egypt, sort of dealing with Ammit being locked away and Alexander the Great and all that stuff. You sort of saw this avatar team up with the Eternals. So that was a quote. So that was from Slater. Jeremy Slater, the writer of Moon Knight. While Slater said the scene was a fun crossover with the broader MCU, he clarified that it was eventually cut because it would have been too expensive to shoot. It hurt, but it was also the right thing to do for the show, and I think everyone sort of collectively agreed. There's plenty of time in the future to team this guy up with other characters in the MCU and start building these connections. Let's not force something just because the other shows all have had it. Okay, guys.
How about let's not force something that has nothing to do with one another. We're all forgetting that Moon Knight was supposed to be a street level hero, which he is, but he's something different now. And you know what? People accept it, and I know everyone tells me the same shit. It's different. You got to look past comics and look at Disney. I don't have to do anything. I like what I like. These two just don't make sense with one another, right? Why Eternals? Why not Ghost Rider or...
That's the best quote.
I just was putting that up too. I just put it up. I cannot believe it's the best thing I've ever heard.
That's the best quote of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Chili Town, way to go, pal.
How about
amazing.
More Moon Knight and forget the Eternals,
great.
Forget the Hippo, forget all that stuff, man. It's I mean, that's a show I will never ever watch again, ever.
Right.
It's up there with the Inhumans. I will never watch that again. Go ahead, Gayuch.
I don't know. I take it for what it is. I accept what they're doing because I'm not sitting behind the camera. I'm not sitting at the desk writing it. I enjoy it. Let them come up with some ideas. I hope they change some stuff, but it is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get what Jay's saying with the street level, but since we didn't get that and they went into the gods thing heavily, like, it would have been cool to see some type of Eternal. Like, it would have been cool to see some type of Eternals connection. Like, it doesn't have to be in Moon Knight. Honestly, I was looking for anything in Moon Knight to make it better than it was. I don't know. But this is probably my least favorite out of all of them on the list. So let's go to the next one. Moon Knight writer confirms Dane Whitman was almost in series. In an interview with comicbook.com, Slater explained that Dane Whitman would have been a natural fit. And this is by our buddy Adam Barnhart. He had an amazing interview all about Moon Knight over on comicbook.com. Would have been a natural fit for Moon Knight, seeing how they both he and Stephen Grant, one of Mark blah, 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 they work at museums in London. I think Barry Gary said this a couple times. However, if Dane were to appear in Moon Knight, Slater would have wanted to transform him into his comic book alter ego, the Black Knight, something there simply wasn't room to do. Here's the quote. Oh, shit. Oh, God. We talked about Dane Whitman a little bit just because he works in a history museum, and that could have been a natural interaction. My feeling was if we got Kit Harington to show up and he doesn't suit up and he doesn't kick ass, as a fan, I'm pissed off. Also, Slater also explained that there's only so much you could do with the tease those reveals before people get frustrated. There was no space in the first 2 episodes to have him suit up and play the Black Knight in the storyline, so we ultimately decided that it did not make sense to make this connection. He concluded, but it was something we definitely talked about a couple days in the room. I'm gonna jump in here before you guys do. This guy basically just made Jay's point for the last 3 weeks. you're going to have a show about somebody and he doesn't suit up and kick ass, people are going to be pissed off. You're 100% right, you motherfucker. Why didn't you do that with Moon Knight, though?
Took the words out of my mouth. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Jesus Christ. I mean, but honestly, I don't know. You guys tell me. If we would have got Dane Whitman, even as just Dane Whitman, I would have been happy with that because it would have just been like connecting some dots. Of course, we want to see Dane Whitman as Black Knight, but just to get him in the show would have just been a cool little thing. Like, oh, dude, episode 2, we got Dane Whitman. That was dope, you know.
Not
just
here.
To get something would have been nice. If we got Blade recruiting another person, it would have been nice. Something connecting things, as you said.
But I like, listen, Jay said not here. I'm again, I agree with you. There was better things to use here. But at this point, I'll take anything I can get. So again, a cool it could have been cool, but not the one not what we wanted, right? So let's keep it moving. Now we start getting into stuff that's really Moon Knight accurate. Okay.
Let's take that advice from Dave Cerrone, by the way. And there's 140 people in here, only 70 likes.
68 likes. I mean, what the
Come
fuck?
on, Defects. What are we doing?
Jesus, tough crowd tonight.
Oof.
I guess we set the bar too high for ourselves. All right. From Adam Barnhart again. Awesome interview, by the way. Go watch it. Moon Knight writer says Bushman is wandering the MCU. Isn't sure if he still has his face. Series head writer Jeremy Slater tells us not only is Bushman still kicking, he thinks he's a character that has to appear at some point in the journey of Moon Knight. Quote, I don't know if he still has his face. That's a good question. Slater tells us of the iconic Moon Knight comic sequence where the vigilante cuts off Bushman's face. Quote, he's definitely still out there. And I think at some point in Moon Knight's journey, you're going to have to involve Bushman. He goes on to say something like they couldn't figure out a place to include him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, that was like when we were getting like the origin, the quick little origin that they had. What was it, in episode 5, Jay? Like, how could you not put Bushman in there?
Best part of the whole entire series was an origin they took right out of the pages of the comic book.
Except they left out the main antagonist.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, how are you telling me you didn't have a spot to put him in when that is his fucking scene? I don't. This is the stuff that just. I mean, how hard would it have been to just introduce him quickly, and then we know he's in the MCU? I mean, now we have the writer telling us he's in the MCU, but why not just show everybody? Why not just show us the guy that they kind of referenced? I don't know, man. I don't know. What could have been, right? Like the thumbnail says, what could have been?
What if?
Yeah, seriously, that's what I feel like we're living in.
What if Moon Knight was good? I'd be happy right now.
Wow.
What if Moon Knight was in Moon Knight?
What if we got a $25 Canadian super chat from the former
easy.
Trout? Okay, best news.
Oh,
what happened
sorry.
there? Where'd it go?
I switched things.
What are you doing to me, pal?
I was
Best
switching
news
it.
on the net. No other news shows have Eva. Well, you know what? Thank you. No other shows have Eva. You're correct.
Give
Defects. Guess who's back for some more super chats? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Defects.
Gotta love it. I don't know. It's
best comment of the night for me.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's right up there. I still like the other one better though, from Pope. All right, so that's super comic accurate. They talked about it. That's what blows my mind. It's like you talk about it and then you didn't do it. All right, okay. Here's another one. Adam Barnhart. According to head writer Jeremy Slater, there were a lot of discussions about Frenchie. Okay, while speaking with comicbook.com's Adam Barnhart, Slater revealed that the writers wanted to put Frenchie in the show, but there was never a good time to introduce him. Rather than give him a meaningless cameo, they opted to wait for Mark's next story. There's more. There's not really much. I don't know. I mean, I was going to read all this, but it's no point. They said in the what was it, episode 3, where they were flying in the plane, they were going to make him the pilot, and they were like, "Oh, that would have been stupid."
Stupid. That's what it is, dude. He is Mark Spector's Alfred. Stephen Grant. Guys, listen. If you never read the book, Stephen Grant was never a pussy. I don't know where the fuck that came from. He is now. Hopefully Jake Lockley makes up for that, which it looks like clearly he's going to. But I mean, can we get some type of accuracy here, man? I mean, did they just bring Frenchie in now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do they do this? I don't know, man.
Give us some Easter eggs. Like, yeah, make Frenchie the pilot. Like, that's what I don't know.
The moon copter, bro.
Jesus Christ. Like, this is stuff that just, as I'm reading it throughout the week, guys, it was just making me mad. Like, of things that little subtle touches that could have made such a big difference. Even if you wanted to do the storyline that you did, putting in these things could have really changed some people's minds. I'm not saying it would have just, like, any one of these individual things would have made the show 10 times better. But it just lets you know that they're trying to connect things, that they're reaching out and they're like, as you're watching, you'll be like, you know what, Jay, I see you. I know you're watching this. I know you're my core fan. And here's a little nod for you. You know what I mean? And it just feels like they don't give a shit about that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
You ain't.
Maybe you're wrong, or
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh God, the one that I think everyone and their mother thought we were gonna get, since you were gonna go down the road of Egyptian gods. Like this made the most sense, right? Moon Knight's script originally featured Avengers Kang name drop. Okay. Executive producer Jeremy Slater again revealed there was a line in the script, and I didn't know if it survived. I can't remember, but there was a line there. I think Steven is sort of rattling off some Egyptian history, and he has locked away in his brain. And he did mention Rama Tut. I didn't remember if that was the scene, if that was, a line is still in the show or not, but it was that small. Was something mentioning a list of famous pharaohs or something like that? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and it went on and on and on. Okay, that was his quote. And again, obviously he wasn't in the show, but it's like you had it in the script as Rama Tut. Why not leave it in?
We did get the Rama Tut Easter egg.
We did, but wouldn't you have rather get the name?
On the back of that guy's jacket. When they don't show any fight scenes, everyone just wakes up and people are dead on the floor, beat up. You don't get to see any of that, but that's a whole nother story. So yeah, how do you not throw Rama Tut in, dude? You're in Egypt. You want, like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And then why even tell fans this? This is even more aggravating. Like, oh yeah, we were gonna do this, but we decided not to. Who the fuck is in your boardroom, bro? What kind of meetings are these?
Yeah, who's cutting the script? Like,
yeah, seriously, dude?
Rama Tut line?
Listen,
no, fans don't like that. Let's take that out.
Yeah, let's cut Rama Tut and adding the dancing hippo. That makes fucking perfect sense. What the fuck are we doing?
Oh my God. This next one is probably, I think a lot of people speculated on this, and it would have made a lot of people happy, and maybe even like this movie a little bit more that's coming up. Moon Knight removed Thor Love and Thunder references. Okay. This one is a little complicated, and we're going to spend a little bit of time on this, okay? Again, Jeremy Slater revealed how at some point in time, the series had references to events of lore of Thor Love and Thunder, namely to that of Christian Bale's Gore the God Butcher. Clearly, right? That made so much sense here. So there were different versions of the script where the gods would sort of talk about this thing with Gore the God Butcher just happened, and now we've got this new problem. And then there were other versions of the script where they sort of talked about, we're hearing rumors that gods are dying. This is not the right time to get involved. Like, we tried to have our cake and eat it too, end quote. Slater went on to reveal that they had versions of the story that teased Gore's arrival and ones that were sort of taking place in the aftermath of the movie. But ultimately, Marvel just made the creative decision that they didn't need the reference either way. Okay, so the article goes on to, he kind of also hints on, part of it was because they didn't know what was going to come out first, Moon Knight or Thor, or Thor Love and Thunder. Now, I kind of I read this a bunch of times, and I kind of got the idea that even if this, let's say it did happen after Moon Knight came out after Thor Love and Thunder, that kind of meant that maybe Gore survives the Thor movie. Like that was part of the script. You know, if they're talking about it after the fact and that it's a problem that he was killing gods, you know. So I was like, I read this and I was like, all right, number one, annoyed that they didn't reference Gore, because that would have been just, again, a cool nod to connect two movies together, talking about gods. And then I started thinking about it a little deeper and thinking like, hey, maybe Gore's not done after this movie. I don't know. Am I reaching here, boys?
No, dude. I thought I've had conversations online on Instagram, and people have said, how dope would it be if an end credit scene would be Thor killing one of these Egyptian gods? That could have segued right in there, but it didn't. And do I think? I don't know how. How do I phrase this? It looks like they're moving forward as Jane Foster as Thor, right? Does everyone get that? Are we all on board with that? I think so. So how do we do a second? How do we do another? How do we go forward with Thor from there? Guys, can you highlight me for 1 second, Matt? Please do your. If I hit the lotto, I'd buy everybody in this chat this book right now, because you guys have to go read this. This right here. If everyone could read this before they see the new Thor movie, and just let me know what you think, and let me know if they could ever make it into that. And I know, listen, I know it's Love and Thunder. I get it. Yada, 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 yada. But please read this book. Read this series. You could read it online for free. You could pick up the Omni, which I suggest. Read that, and then tell me if this is going to lead into it. They're going to rush Gore, right? We talked about it. They got to go. Thor got to find himself once again. He got fat. Now he got to get skinny again. Jane Foster got to get cancer. She got to become Thor. We got a whole cast of characters. We got the Guardians in there, and we got Gore. It's going to be rushed, guys. I listen, say what you want in the chat. It's going to be disappointing. I just don't know how you move forward after, Jane Foster takes the reins. That's going to kibosh the whole Gore storyline. He's not the next big bad in Marvel.
No, he's not the next big bad, but I mean, look what Peter Porker's saying. He's hearing that he's got more than one movie on his contract. So, Jay, maybe you're concerned of how are they going to flesh him out in one movie. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's not in one movie.
I just don't know where he goes from here. Are they going to bring Nolan?
Clearly,
are they going to do something with that? Are they going to make it a 2-part? You know what I mean?
Well, they're clearly building up gods in the MCU. So you need a god butcher, right? Everybody needs a butcher. We got one. Now the MCU got one. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I was pissed about the connection that they dropped, but it also made me realize that if they talked about this and they wrote it in, and this was going to be after Thor, Moon Knight was supposed to be after Thor, that's starting to tell me that it was more important than than we were giving it original credit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, we'll know in about a month and a half, right? What is it, July?
Oh, who said it in the comments? D said it. If Jane Foster kills Thor, I probably will never watch another MCU movie.
Oh, if she kills Gore?
Yeah. Doctor Strange 2 already isn't getting my hard-earned money. I'll watch it on Disney Plus for whatever I pay a month for that, ESPN and whatever else it fucking comes with.
Yeah.
But that'll be the end all for me.
Oh God, I if that happens, I don't even want to talk to Jay for a week.
No, yeah, I don't want to give it away. You'll see how it goes down, but that I'll be done, finished. I'll probably quit the channel and never talk about MCU. You'll never hear from me again. I'll just disappear. You may see me at a show or a con, and that's it.
Oh boy,
what do you think, guy? Does this make sense? That maybe this writing? Am I connecting too many dots here?
Jay, your arch nemesis might just go pay for them to rewrite the movie so you disappear. Like, wow.
They'll all chip in. Get in line.
What the fuck?
There's enough of them.
Listen, again, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know what they're gonna do. We can only hope for the best and hope they bring out something that's good. And someone made a comment before. I like everything. I don't like everything, but I can see the positives in things. I can look at things and enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy.
But yeah, you can because you don't read. That's why you can enjoy.
I don't read everything. I don't read everything. I read some things that I'm interested in.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like these storylines, though. Like I know you're an Infinity War guy, but you'll see. Like if you were to read these stories and read these books.
So here's that exact point, Jay. Here's the thing: Infinity War. Infinity War, was it anything like the books?
Nothing.
Okay, but did I enjoy it?
Of course.
Yes. Yes. Did you enjoy the Infinity Saga? Did you enjoy it on the screen?
I did. I did enjoy it on the screen.
And it wasn't like the books. So there's a proven fact that maybe they fuck up some things, but they have a lot to work with, and maybe they don't all know what they're doing. But I know they try, because you can see them trying. Do they need to try harder? Yes, we can all agree to that. But they're putting stuff on the screen that we never thought we'd even see on the screen. Let's be honest. There was never a platform for this like 20 years ago. So we're getting a lot of things, and a lot of things at once. And yes, maybe for the readers, they need to be a little more concentrated so that we can get what we want, or get what you want. How about that? But they, it's a double-edged sword, because we want, and then what about if they put that out there and they fuck it up too? So,
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the problem is you got to have one or the other. You can't have neither, right? It's got to be either super comic accurate, or it's got to be really good, right? Like the Infinity Saga on the screen was really good. It wasn't completely comic accurate. We would have liked to see Warlock. I mean, there's plenty of stuff we would have liked to see different, but it was really good. So everybody tolerated it. When you come up and, and I'm not saying, and again, was Moon Knight bad? I don't think Moon Knight was bad. It just, for me personally, it's just not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a different version of that project, or I wanted to see more comic book ties. But I get what both these guys are saying. Listen, guys like we all collected these characters in these comics as kids, and would have never thought, like, if you told your 10-year-old self that you were about to go watch a movie of whatever, insert whatever character you were in love with, you would love it no matter what, right? But we're like old, we're getting older, and we're being a little cynical some days, and just trying to find stuff to complain about, and that's okay, because we're allowed to do that too, right? Like Jay has really, really valid points, and a lot of them I agree with, but so does Guy, and it's like you just have to decide, like, do you want to, I guess it's just you have to decide what side of the fence you want to be on. And guess what, if Phase 5 comes out and all of a sudden it's a little bit more comic accurate, but the stories are just hard hitting and they're just hitting on all cylinders, I know Jay's going to change his tune 100%. Even if it's not 100%, even if it's not 100% comic book accurate, and
Listen,
go ahead.
At the same point, I can sit here and I can say, Moon Knight wasn't good. I get it, and maybe if they, and I take Jay's point to this too, because I didn't read a lot of Moon Knight. Do I have Moon Knight books? Yes, but did I read Moon Knight? No. So like, I'm sitting there going, you know what, Jay's right. Maybe and maybe he is right in the fact that if they stuck more to the book, maybe we would have got something better.
Right.
So here's another point. Civil War, right? Did we all read Civil War here? The story arc?
Yep.
Okay, Civil War, right? Awesome arc. Usually Marvel fucks up arcs like that, right? They're not as good as they used to be. Civil War was awesome. It was completely different on the big screen, but it was still a good movie, right?
Right.
What has come out now is not accurate, and it's not good. Like someone said in the chat, at least if it's gonna be a shit movie, at least make it comic book accurate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, and that's I think where people are divided right now, but I think it's also the problem. I think we got shit TV shows. I don't know if we've necessarily got shit movies.
Phase 4 been shit. The whole thing garbage.
I mean, Disney Plus.
Hawkeye was good. I enjoyed Hawkeye, but again,
they got to figure Disney Plus out. They definitely don't have the secret recipe down yet, because they're in no man's land. They're not a TV show and they're not a movie. They're not throwing enough money at it to be cinematic masterpiece, but they're throwing enough at it that you're like, what the fuck, you know? So it's kind of.
Let me make a quick comment about this. Wasn't in the budget. Fuck your budget. You're Disney. You don't have a budget.
Right.
Okay. There is no fucking budget. Don't make an excuse that way. That's one thing I can get behind, Jay, and I can get mad at that too, because you know what? Don't tell me you didn't have the money for it. Fuck you. You have the money. You have the money. You're Disney. You have all the money in the world. Make a good TV show.
So here, I mean, we're about to get on to Doctor Strange right now. I got one more slide, but Dave Cerrone says Doctor Strange was a mess of a movie. Okay. This is where, and I really want Jay to watch this movie because I really want to get his take on it. I think Jay's going to enjoy it. I really do. Kind of have an idea of his taste, because guess what? Was it perfect? Absolutely not. Was there corniness to it here and there? Sure. But from the first minute to the last minute, I was fucking entertained. I didn't look away. I didn't look at my phone to see what time it was. I was on the edge of my seat the entire movie. There was things that could have been better. There was things that the script could have been better, and all that. But guess what? It felt like an MCU movie. It felt like a phase 1, 2, or 3 movie. And that's what's been missing in phase 4. That feeling
now let me
of
ask
home.
you this though. Now your mindset is a little different than when phase 1 and phase 2 start. Are you on the edge of your seat of that movie because you're looking for spec, you're looking for Easter eggs, you're looking for stuff that just an MCU moviegoer is not going to see and you're going to see as a comic book guy? Or are you looking at it because you're like, all right, I enjoyed this?
It's probably a bit of both, but definitely not just because. I mean, it just so many things happen so quickly, and it's characters that we knew all of a sudden as a different element. I don't, and then all of a sudden these new characters that just got thrown in our face. So I think, Jay, that's a good point, actually. I think it was a bit of both, right? So maybe that's my experience. I mean, I feel like Guy was kind of the same. Like, Guy, we left there kind of saying the same thing, right, Guy? I mean,
correct. And I think sometimes now, because we are in this phase, you almost go into it like, I don't want to say standoffish, a little like we went into the beginning stages of it not knowing what we were going to get, Jay, right? You went at the beginning of this and you were like, "Oh my God, this is actually happening." There was almost no room for disappointment, no room for critique. You were getting something that you never had before. Now we're at a point where we expect more.
No, we have had it before. We have had Fantastic Four. We have had X-Men. We have had Spider-Man.
But we expect more in return on screen. You get my point?
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. We expect more. Listen,
you expect more because we started off and loved it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything they put up there was going to be awesome.
Right, exactly. And the foundation was fantastic, right? I haven't had a problem with MCU until this phase, until the Disney shows, and until this phase. Captain Marvel set the bar for where the fuck is this going, and since then it's been downhill. Except Endgame was good, right? Endgame was good. It was a good story. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie, but it was good. You start here, right? And you go like this, but then you gradually come down. And it's sloping down right now, in my opinion. And everyone's opinion's different. Listen, man, it is what it is. I go to the movies to be entertained. If I'm not entertained, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to let the chat know. When people ask my opinion on shit, I'm going to tell them, like, yo, what the fuck? Don't do this character if you're going to make him soft. Just leave him out. That's why I don't want to see the Punisher. Just, please, don't do it. I'll go read a book. You know what I mean? Don't do it. I don't want Frank Castle to black out and then everyone's dead and you see nothing. Not for me.
Yep. All right, the last one is probably the best thing that they could have done, and especially for Jay. Moon Knight's hippo originally had a bigger role in the finale. So they did one thing right. They cut the hippo.
I mean, did they though?
I mean, well, at least in the finale they did.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. I look at that picture and it's like, what? When you're in second grade, what doesn't fit here? What doesn't fit?
Yeah, seriously.
There? You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Like, I get it. Everybody wanted that Lemire run, Moon Knight. Yeah, you could get that, but later on, set the foundation first. Let's see this dude kick.
It was a weird place to start, for sure. I agree. Anyway, let's get to Doctor Strange. There's some cool ones here, some fan service. There's not a ton to talk about here, but let's run through them. All right, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness cut original opening scene with 616 Mordo and Scarlet Witch. So originally, Mordo starts the movie out kind of back on his quest to kill, people that are wielding magic too powerfully. Goes to Mount Wundagore, and finds Wanda, and basically she kills him immediately. So. And they cut that. I'm kind of happy they cut that because I feel like Mordo has more to offer the MCU. So, and I don't want to get like too confused with like different versions of Mordo coming into the storyline. Like I still want to see Mordo, in Doctor Strange 3. So I was happy about that. This got cut.
You ready for it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So what you're saying? He's got Mordo.
Wow. This fucking guy. All right, not much to say on this one, right, boys? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yes, Deadpool was considered for Doctor Strange 2, according to Michael Waldron. There was a lot of discussions about Ryan Reynolds being in the film, but ultimately, clearly, if you've seen it, he was left out. All right? So, again, a little bit fan service, nothing crazy here. But it just kind of throws some of the rumors that we heard. There was some legs behind some of them, Especially like this next one.
Oh,
so,
boy.
Tom Cruise was strongly considered for a superior Iron Man role or just an Iron Man role in this movie. Right off the bat, Michael Waldron said to Feige that he wanted Tom Cruise as Iron Man to cameo here. And that was like, let's do it. And then as soon as they looked at scheduling, they knew it wasn't going to happen because Mission Impossible 7 and 8 were being filmed at the same exact time, and there's no way that the schedules would have lined up. So they actually never reached out. But they definitely wanted to. So that's where all those rumors came from.
Who wrote this article?
This was from. This was on. This is.
What I'm about.
It was during an interview with comicbook.com. So the original. Yeah, go ahead.
This is complete clickbait bullshit. No, if that image of Maria Rambeau never looked like Superior Iron Man, everyone's like, oh, it's Superior Iron Man. First of all, no, it wasn't. I told you that the first time I seen it. Second
no, but the writer of the movie said it.
They said it.
Factual? He said this?
Yes, it was in an interview. The writer of Michael Waldron, Doctor Strange writer, actually said this is what his quote was.
I'm calling bullshit, dude. So they happen to make him. Listen to this. Fuck that. They have a picture that everybody thinks is Superior Iron Man, right? Everyone's like, oh, that's Tony Stark. We don't hear nothing about it. Then the movie comes out and they go, oh yeah, I was actually in talks with this guy to play Superior Spider-Man. Fuck that bullshit. 100%
I think that image
bullshit
was just because that was confirmation biased. You wanting it to be Tom Cruise Superior Iron Man, so you not you. I'm just saying the people that did believe that just clearly said like, oh no, that's Superior Iron Man because they put 2 and 2 together. I think it was just coincidental. They clearly didn't want you to know it was Maria Rambeau.
So they made it look like Tony Stark, and then he comes out saying, "Oh yeah, we had
rewriting reality."
No way. First of all, no way. Tom Cruise is turning down MCU money.
They didn't ask him.
That doesn't make sense to you guys. That okay? Everyone thinks this is Superior Spider-Man. Huge rumors. Oh, this is Superior. I mean, Iron Man. Sorry. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes out and says that. No way. Fuck that bullshit. He's kind of cover his tracks, dude. 100%.
I'm usually with you, Jay. I gotta disagree with you on this one, and it doesn't matter because it's such a it. We'll never know the truth, but I do believe there was no reason for him to tell this if it wasn't true. You know what I mean?
I want to hear it out of his mouth and not comicbook.com.
It did come out of his mouth in the interview that's live. There's a video of it.
Bring it up.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's keep going. This is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets good. Okay. So we talked about this, I don't know, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? About the empty chair. And we said, what's everybody's opinion? What was the empty chair? So Doctor Strange 2 writer, clearly we can't trust him because it might be bullshit. But the Doctor Strange 2 writer addresses the empty chair, empty Illuminati chair. Okay, he said that's also an unanswerable question. But we talked about that a lot. He was talking to the Hollywood Reporter here. Maybe that was just a mistake. Maybe the set director guy had one too many chairs. And then he laughed, okay? When asked if he and Marvel Studios knew the answer or if it was simply left open-ended, Waldron responded that was a bit of both, okay? So he basically went on to say that Marvel had discussed introducing Namor into the film, giving the character as part of the Illuminati in the source material. Eventually, however, the studio opted not to include the beloved Atlantean in the picture. We talked about him because he's certainly an original member of the Illuminati, the Loki writer revealed, but I think Marvel has other plans for him in the MCU, and they didn't want him to make his way into this particular movie. Okay, I'm going to show one more slide, and then you guys jump in. So, Black Panther 2 reportedly restricted the MCU's Illuminati roster. While Namor was initially on the table for potential inclusion in the group for Doctor Strange 2, Waldron noted how Marvel had other plans for him in the MCU's future. Obviously, you know that we believe that Namor will be coming in Black Panther 2. So ultimately, that is what blocked him from showing up in the Multiverse of Madness. So, was the empty chair left open for him? Originally, they were going to use him. Kevin Feige said, don't do it. We're going to debut him in Black Panther 2. I think this is just more confirmation that Black Panther 2, I think it's 99.99% that you're getting Namor there. A little fun spec here. I mean, there's not much to talk about, but I mean, Jay, you've been negatively reacting to a lot of this. Can we get a positive reaction on this one?
Here it is right here. I just put it up on the screen.
Okay. Clearly. That's what they do, right? This is what you got to do. I mean, what are we fucking doing here? We're talking 170 people. That article is all about
a dude. Listen, I'm still on that article. That's all about a dude that fucked up and knows he fucked up and he's trying to cover his tracks. I want to ask Tom Cruise if they approached him because they 100%. Oh, we were gonna approach him. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna approach Kevin Feige about his fucking suit wearing baseball cap style, but I didn't do that. Do I think it was Namor? I think a classier move would say that chair was left for Chadwick Boseman in honor of him, but I do agree with you, Matt. I do think it's Namor's chair. I can't wait to get Namor. I hope they do him right. I hope they do Atlantis right, but we'll see.
Saying the empty chair was for the hippo guy.
Yeah, exactly. I hope it's... Yeah, dude. Listen, the Illuminati... They switched it up a little bit, right? I seen the scene we're all talking about. Everyone talks about how good of a horror film this was. It wasn't. What people explained to me and what I watched, the Illuminati get slaughtered, it wasn't really that gory or bad as I expected it to be.
It's for the MCU. That's
right,
all.
Yep. For the MCU.
Not compared to horror movies, no.
Yeah, man. We're going to get into another character who I thought it was kind of hoping it was going to be. But I guess that might be a few slides down.
Yep. Guy, anything? Would you have liked to see Namor here, or would you just want to save him for Black Panther?
I think it would have been cool out of nowhere to get Namor, like out of nowhere.
But then what if he died, like everybody else in the Illuminati?
Dude, they died there. We know that. So let's move on from that.
Okay. I think it would have been, honestly, I think it would have been a mistake because the movie's so close. You know what I mean? It's not like Namor's 2 years down the road. Like, it was 2 months. You know what I mean? 3 months, whatever it is.
When are we getting Black Panther 2?
What is that? November? So 6 months? What did I say? 2 months?
Ooh.
6 months. What up, Duro? What's he saying here? Yeah, there you go. So we'll find out about some of the stuff. Some of the stuff we talked about today, we'll find out if some of it got shot and cut. Like, that'll be cool, right? All right, so the last two is probably going to excite people the most, but these are unconfirmed. Well, pretty much it's all unconfirmed according to Jay, even though it came from the writer. The next two are from sources that say they have spoke with people that were running the project. So these are not definitive, but they were in high regards. Enough sites ran with these stories that obviously the inside source is credible. Doesn't mean it's true, but we're fans. We hope they are. So, Doctor Strange 2 reportedly cut a Ghost Rider fight scene. On the most recent episode of the Weekly Planet podcast, insider James Clement revealed an interesting tidbit about the recently released Doctor Strange 2 movie. Ghost Rider was once set to be in it. Not only was Ghost Rider going to be a member of the Illuminati, but his cut scenes were actually filmed, and even though they ended up missing missing the film. That's mind-blowing that they had a Ghost Rider scene filmed and didn't include it.
It's garbage and mind-blowing that they would even consider Ghost Rider being in the Illuminati. This guy gets along.
I agree with that point.
Nobody. Why would... This is all these people retconning, trying to do the comic book fans a service, saying, oh, this is what you didn't do it, so I don't want to fucking hear about it.
I mean, Jay, why are we doing the show tonight, Jay?
You didn't do it, so don't tell me you were going to do it. You didn't do it.
I want to see if it makes the cut, like Thorough said. I want to see which one of these things makes the deleted scenes on the extra footage.
I will tell you. I will put up my collection to yours right now. That the first time you see Ghost Rider is not going to be in a director's cut deleted scene.
I would probably agree with that. But I meant more along
the
the lines of some
see
of the other stuff.
If we were going to see it, I would hope it would be Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, though.
If for here, I mean, yeah, it would have had to be, right? Because clearly everyone died here, so it would not been somebody that we were going to be seeing.
Clearly, it was all characters that Inhumans was the guy that played. Black Bolt was the guy that played Black Bolt in Inhumans, right?
Right.
Professor X, X-Men, all these characters. So it would have to be Nick Cage there.
Everybody wants us to bet. Me and Jay already got a bet. We got a race coming up at Terrificon. All right. Last but not least, and I'm sure I'm going to know I'm going to know both these guys' reaction to this one already. Doctor Strange 2 deleted scene reportedly features Michael Fassbender's Magneto.
So bad.
Same podcast. Basically, the quote was, Michael Fassbender was going to turn up as Magneto, but this scene was filmed but ultimately cut. Jay, I already know what you're going to say. Guy, what do you think?
It would have been great. It would have been great.
But we'll never know.
We'll never know. We got Professor X. Would have been dope to get Magneto too. I mean, it would have been cool.
What if we made a movie that was
just
good?
Some magnetic things just started happening, like they started shaking, or started rising off the table, or something like that, or shit started moving, and you just knew what it was, and then you didn't have to show them. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little, stick the tip in. That's all.
Stick the tip. All right. I mean, Michael Fassbender as Magneto in a director's cut. I mean, I don't think if that showed up, it wouldn't surprise me because it's a character we've already seen. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think clearly the point of this whole show, right, was to talk about
to get my blood pressure up,
to get Jay's blood pressure going, to talk about that, regardless of whether these things are true, partially true, some bullshit. They're doing some damage control. The MCU is doing some damage control. And if they're not, they're just pissing fans off. Because it's like, you're telling me you had all these great things planned, but used none of them.
So here's my thing, right?
What the fuck?
This whole multiverse thing is knowing, if we fuck this up, we could always say it was the multiverse. We could always say it was Mr. Fantastic from another realm. We could always say it was Professor X for another. And then we could just... That's garbage, dude. If you're going to kill him, kill him. That's it. Let him be done, man. That's that. They're just keeping something in their back pocket. And it shows. Like, let's take the safe route. We could always bring him back. Come on, that's garbage, man. Do a movie, have one character in it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, stop with this. Stop. Cut it out. Don't tell me what I could have got too, because it's terrible.
What do you think, Guy?
So you're saying
what was this whole week of this?
You're just giving him a way out.
100%.
By the way, you didn't even mention what I put on the promo at all. We didn't have.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for you to do that one.
So we could. Yeah, well, we don't have any slide, nothing. So I mean,
we don't need a slide. What are defects?
We put up in the promo the rumor that Daniel Craig was gonna film something too. So guys know Daniel Craig obviously from Mr. Bond, right? It said, according to tweets from Heavy Spoilers and Deadline's Justin Kroll, actor John Krasinski appearing as Earth 838's Reed Richards, was not the original plan for Doctor Strange sequel. James Bond actor Daniel Craig was reportedly set to appear instead as the Asgardian Balder the Brave, a character that first appeared in Journey into Mystery number 85 in 1962. So that was part of the promo that we put up today for the show. I mean, it's you know what? We don't know what they're doing, obviously. This reports claim that due to Craig's concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic, he backed out and did not shoot for the film. So he was supposed to come back and shoot, I think, during the reshoots. But he couldn't shoot the scenes and the reshoots. They replaced him with Krasinski. So am I happy they did? Yes. I mean, we can look at this one as a positive, I think. And that maybe it was a fan service last minute. I don't know. People said Krasinski wasn't even that good in what he did. I don't think you can critique that yet. So I don't think he had enough time on screen for you to really anyone to make a reaction to how good is he going to be as Reed Richards. So we'll see, I guess.
He ain't going to be Reed Richards. Sorry, Guy. It ain't going to happen. I don't know. Again,
I'm still hoping.
I think all these articles only bolstered Jay's point these last few weeks. I really do. And that was kind of the point of the show. It was to shed some light on this stuff, but I really think, the chat nailed it in that they're doing one of two things. They're either doing damage control or they're just letting us know how fucking bad they are at doing this. Either way, it's not good.
You know what I think?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Matt. No, go ahead.
Good. It's all good. Go.
I was going to say, I think this is the writers, right? Reading into all the speculation, reading into all the what ifs, seeing what the fans want. Oh, they want Ghost Rider. Oh, they want this. And all they come out was, oh yeah, I was gonna put Ghost Rider in the Illuminati. What the fuck are you talking about? You were gonna put Ghost Rider in the what the fuck are you talking about? You were gonna put Superior Iron Man in the movie. You didn't know about Superior Iron Man till you posted that pic and everybody thought it was Tom Cruise. Otherwise, that would have never crossed your fucking mind. You're just talking about it now.
I think this was damage control. I do. I think the chat's right. I think Jay's right. I think that they're trying to keep the core fan because I don't think they're bringing in the new fan as much as they were, and I think a big part of that has to do with COVID. And I think they're losing some of the core. Trust me, I'm not sitting here saying doom and gloom, it's a sinking ship. But I think they don't like what they've seen as far as feedback and profit for Phase 4. I really do believe there was a reason that they went on that retreat. I think they need to I think they know they need to rethink what they did for Phase 4. They did some good stuff. They definitely did. And I think even Jay would tell you that. They did some good stuff, but they didn't do enough good stuff, right? Not by a long shot. And I think it was so it almost felt like everything that was speculated on, everything that was talked about, they had an answer for this week. Like, oh yeah, we were going to do that. So it's the chicken and the egg. Was it speculated on because they were going to do it, or did they say they were going to do it because people were speculating on it and they know that would make people happy? So, exposed in my eyes. I think they kind of exposed themselves with all this fucking nonsense this week. I don't know. Chat is ripping tonight. I love it. They are on fire. What else we got?
Bring back the
DM.
Russo
I feel like
brothers.
that's Jay's burner account.
Bring back the Russo brothers and fire this bum. Get him out of here.
I'd be okay with
Fire
that.
this bum.
Fire this bum.
Who are we firing?
Feige. Get him the fuck out of here.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I think he watches
I
the
don't
show.
think- I can't, man. I don't know about that. He gave us the first 3 phases. He wasn't the top dog, but he was in it.
Give me the Russo brothers back.
Okay.
Oh, Matt, what about... hold on.
Yeah.
What about the other rumor that the Fantastic Four movie now is going to be written and directed by the same douche that did Moon Knight? How bad is that? How excited does that get you, chat? That the Fantastic Four is going to be done by that guy?
Well, you know you're going to get a movie starring Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm, who later become the Fantastic Four.
Who eventually,
I mean, that's what you know you're going to get.
some point in some movie, become them.
At some point in some movie, we will get those characters as the Fantastic Four, but not here. It's going to be like, interesting. It's going to be like a 60s sitcom. That's what they're going to make it. You know that, right?
Oh, man.
It's going to be a 60s sitcom with those 4 characters. And at the end, there's going to be, like a jar of Play-Doh and a matchbook next to each other and be like, oh, Fantastic Four.
We'll see, man. Gore's going to be... That movie's going to be huge for me.
That's the barometer?
It could bring me back, man. Listen, if Gore's going to be good... And like everyone is telling me, give Thor a chance. They got all the comedy out in the trailer or the teaser or whatever they call it. I'll be honest with you right off the bat. All I'm asking is everybody read that storyline first.
All right, what do you think? Thorough got a question for everybody. I'll let Jay go first.
I have no faith. None.
Okay.
From what I've seen. If the trailer
Guy.
was something different,
What have you
Right,
seen?
we did talk about it. You said
What have you
if you get a
seen
dark
so
trailer,
far,
that
though?
might change. Yeah.
I seen the trailer. It was fucking.
That was not a
disaster.
trailer.
What the fuck is it? A teaser? A
25
trailer?
seconds.
I saw
It was
25 seconds of complete garbage. I had to bite my tongue there because I probably would have got us canceled. I seen 25 seconds of utter garbage, of flirting, of Thor flirting. 10 seconds was Thor flirting with Star-Lord. That was 10 seconds of it. Right?
Oh,
But
man.
go ahead,
Oh,
defend it.
I'm
What
not
do you
gonna
got, Guy?
defend it. I Taika Waititi. That's all I gotta say. I trust him. So I could be wrong. We'll see.
I do. Let's put it this way: if I was basing my faith on the trailer, I'm gonna say none. But
Let me know when you see the trailer.
right, whatever that was, whatever we're calling that teaser trailer, right? It's still kind of a trailer. We can't let anybody off the hook. Like, it's a trailer, no matter how you. It's not the trailer, but it is a trailer. Okay, regardless. Knowing what we saw in Ragnarok, which, I mean, listen, you may have liked it, you may have loved it. When we did the top 10, it was in a lot of people's top 5. Okay, a lot of people that commented, other channels, guys. Myself, I think it was somewhere in the top 10. I don't think I had it in the top 5. I know Jay wasn't as high on it. So I have faith in the fact that we got a really dope villain from Taika Waititi in Thor Ragnarok in Hela. I think that's a super underrated villain. I would have liked to see more of her. Okay? Well, it was a one and done character for now. You never know. So with that in mind, I think Waititi could do something similar with a Gore, especially with a Christian Bale. So I do have some faith in it. I'm not going to say I have ultimate faith in it, but I do have some faith in it, not because of the trailer, but because of who is involved. And I'll just leave it at that. What do you think, Jay? I seen you nodding your head a little bit.
I'm nodding my head at this.
He's nodding his head at this comment, probably.
There you go.
Right?
Okay, yep.
There's no way they're gonna. It's not. Yeah. I mean, if you go into it thinking that it's gonna be the comics, you're gonna be disappointed. There's no question in my mind.
Dude, I don't want to see the Guardians in it, and I know how it leaves off. I just don't. Wanted to.
We did get a literal page from the comic book on screen. Like, has that been done before like that?
Yeah,
I mean,
in Moon Knight, and it was terrible.
No, but I meant like literally they took the page.
Well,
I mean, if you take the two,
remember Civil War? Remember Civil War
identical.
with the shield and the Civil War? That was kind of we got that too in Civil War. So
sure, okay. So, but I think that was. I mean, and again, am I grasping at straws? Probably. I'm trying. I'm hoping for. And I'm sure Jay wants it to be good, right? He's not sitting here hoping that it fails.
I want to see
and that's
Gore
what I'm probably doing.
I want to see Gore be the darkest, most violent MCU villain we have seen.
Yeah.
And when you read his backstory, you'll understand why. Yeah, we've seen a page out of the comic book. That does absolutely nothing for me at this point.
I hear you. You got to see more. I get it. So it'll be interesting. The next few months will be interesting. We're going to get more trailers. We got
we got to watch the one for tonight.
Up.
Maybe tonight's NBA tease will.
Yeah, nobody told us what it was. I'm going to watch as soon as we jump off. Should we watch it right now, or you want to just end the show and then watch it?
No, I think we should all watch it. Can you pull it up on the screen? Oh,
I don't know. I mean, we'll probably get taken down if I do. Let me see. Hold on. Why don't you talk a little bit? What do we got coming up? Where are you going to be Thursday, Jay?
Oh, Thursday, guys. I am off Instagram for the foreseeable future. I will probably be back on in September. So if I'm not answering DMs or you guys don't hear from me, it's because I need a social media break.
He hates you.
AV Comics, Thursday night, guys. 10:30. Tune into his Whatnot channel. I think he's in the chat right now. He's going to be selling a ton of great books. We're going to be doing an interview. It's going to be great, guys. Matt, a little teaser. Whatnot might be coming for the Defects sooner than later. Be on the lookout for that. We're already on there, so sub us up at Pressable Defects. What else do we got coming on? We're going to have an awesome... Guys... Go watch Nearing Nerdvana. We did an awesome, how would you describe it? Game show guy?
Trivia night
with them. It was fantastic. We absolutely beat their ass, and they're gonna come back here and they never lost before. They're gonna try to regain the title here. Ant from Bird City will be hosting with Gary. It's going to be like a co-host thing. It's going to be tons of fun, guys. Go and watch that video. It's up on their channel.
Yeah, go watch the replay. Leave some comments in the comment section. Get that video up to just blow out all their other videos. Defects. Go over there and watch that video and get it some likes and leave some comments and show them what the Defects do.
It was an awesome time, guys. We played Family Feud. We played Drunkovision. We played
Pictionary.
And what else did we? And we played Name That Tune.
Yeah.
It was.
Should I show them one of the drawings just because I have one of the drawings right here?
Show it
just to give them a tease. Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
All right. And then Jay, we got a couple cool things planned coming up, right? Besides the trivia, right? I don't want to say his name just yet, but we're gonna have somebody come on probably talk heavily about investing.
Yes.
In comics, right?
Yep.
Want to talk a little bit about that?
Guys, one of the probably smartest collector I know in the game is going to come on. I've known him for years. He's been collecting for years. You got to take investing tips from him, guys. Everybody going out there buying these FOMO books, listen to what this guy has to say. I promise you that you will make money investing listening to this guy. Just listening. That'll be very soon. It ain't Comic Tom.
What is this? Oh yeah,
Dave
Supreme
Cerrone
Love.
put the link for game night in the chat, by the way.
Guys,
so hit that link and go over and check it out. It's funny.
Of course, you're gonna start seeing the link for 10% off, just like Gary.
This
oh my God! Yep.
That's
yep,
one of the
that's
drawings.
The drawing.
Yeah, from the night. So you guys can try and guess what this is. Pretty funny.
Now that was Guy's interpretation of Laura's drawing. Laura
drew the same thing. So
no, she drew a llama that looked like a penis. You drew a penis, right?
That looks like a llama.
Thing. Yeah,
that looks like a llama, right? So does anybody know what this is? Because we had no clue. I mean, good thing we weren't guessing. Her team was guessing. It's supposed to, and I'll tell you what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a school bus, people, and a llama. I guess maybe the gamers.
I thought it was Boom's new hit. Something is molesting the children.
It was game. It was game night too. Game night Pictionary. Like it's about
carpool penising. Yes, that was my guess. Is that Momoko? Somebody said. Oh my God, Thorough. That is fucking great.
Wow, Thorough. Wow, Thorough.
I'll throw that up.
Yeah, why not?
Jesus Christ. It's a Peach Momoko baby. Pac-Man Existential Crisis. Nobody.
Can we give out the answer, Guy? We'll give out one answer. Tell him what it was, Guy.
This was Fortnite. This was Fortnite.
More like
See, actually, BB got it. BBB got it.
There you go.
It's Fortnite. Yeah. Yeah, the llama, the school bus, the llama, and the video game. That was the. We were dying laughing, dude. You gotta go watch. It's worth the watch. So, all right, guys, you know what's coming up. We'll see you guys next Monday. I don't think we got it. You got the KV Comics on Thursday. I don't think we're on Gary's or anything this week. Guys, sub everybody up. You know the community. You know who we kind of represent and fuck with. So if they're in the description, sub them up. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button here if you're new. And we'll catch you next Monday, boys and girls. Appreciate you all.